Let's have a quick conversation about Shopify Capital. And the big question is Shopify Capital funding program for small businesses really worth it this year? Let's have a conversation about that. And before I actually get into the nitty gritty, I want to really clarify for everybody what Shopify Capital is and what it's not. Okay. So when you think about Shopify, I want you to think about everybody knows Shopify, especially if you are doing e-commerce. Okay. So this is a SaaS company, so a software as a service company. And so you have basically a, a platform that really powers more than 4 to 5 million small businesses. So that's really fantastic. So when you think about Shopify, you are able to access up to $2 million in funding to actually scale your business faster and repay as you sell. Okay. But of course, it really helps if you are actually in e-commerce. Okay. So when you think about Shopify Capital, you have a wide range of features because, for instance, the funds are deposited directly into your account once you're approved. You have real-time offers based on your sales funding up to $2 million. So basically, the you are looking at revenue-based financing. So they're looking at your sales to really gauge your cash inflows and cash outflow, and there are no credit checks or impact to your personal credit score. So that's really good. Okay, so if you're not interested in actually jeopardizing your credit score, Shopify Capital is actually could be a really good way to go. There is no personal liability, no compounding interest, so there's no personal guarantee to think about. You have a hassle-free online application. Everything happens online. You don't have to go to a branch or whatever. Okay, and you have funding in as quick as 2 business days if you're approved, and you have early renewals with the same streamlined application process. So what happens here is that you are able to have efficiency during the application process. You also have flexible automated payments from your store's sales. So that's kind of cool because, again, everything is based on your store's revenue. So you got to have an account with Shopify to actually qualify. I'll talk about that a little more, but you got to have primarily a Shopify account for you to qualify. It's kind of similar to PayPal. It's the PayPal working capital. You got to have a PayPal account, business account to qualify. And you have a fully integrated solution so you can run your business from one place. So that's kind of cool. So let me talk to you about how Shopify Capital works. Okay. I think I've said this already, but I want to say it again. You need to have a Shopify account to qualify. If you have an account with WooCommerce or BigCommerce or QuickBooks Capital, QuickBooks, you're not going to qualify. You need to have an account with Shopify. You have to pay them every month, whatever they asking you, $60 or 70 or $100. Okay. So once the platform, what happens here is that the platform will notify you as a small business owner when your Shopify account becomes eligible. So you cannot apply by yourself. This is invitation only. Okay, so you have to wait for the platform to deem your business eligible. Once it does so, it will invite you to apply for funding. So you will receive an official invitation. That's why it's invite only. So you actually receive 3 offers to choose from. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so now, in most cases, you will receive an email saying you are eligible or approved for financing. You have 30 days to accept an offer. After that, the offers are withdrawn, and you must wait until the company sends another invite. So, like I said, you do not apply yourself. They will let you know when they think your profile is good for them. Okay. So, what are the rates and fees here? Basically, Shopify is not charging you they're not charging you interest. Okay, so instead they set a borrowing fee called a factor rate. So the factor rate is either a 1.1 or 1.13. So the rate you receive depends on your borrowing amount and the strength of your business. So in other words, they look at your cash inflows and cash outflows and see how strong your business is. Okay, so the total that you pay will have to incorporate how much you got in the first place, but also the factor. So the factor is actually kind of similar to interest, by the way. So you also have Shopify Capital loans. So Shopify Capital business loan amounts range from $200 all the way to $1 to $2 million. Okay, so you're looking at $2 million. That's the maximum, but your geography will also play a big role as to how much you can get in the first place. You also have Shopify Merchant Cash Advance. So basically, the merchant cash advances operate like a business loan. Okay, the main difference between the loan and the cash advance is the timeline you need to repay the loan. So as a borrower, you must repay your business loan, for instance, in 12 months or less. Whereas the merchant cash advance, you don't have a set cutoff. Okay, and don't forget to actually connect your business bank account to Shopify, because since the program is only available to Shopify businesses, chances are your account is already linked. You will receive the funds in the same business bank account linked to your Shopify business in the first place. So if you're thinking about Shopify Capital, what are the qualifications this year? Let's talk about that. First of all, you need to understand that you gotta be a Shopify account owner, okay, and you have to wait for them to get back to you. If there is no way for you to apply, there is no button when you go to your Shopify dashboard where you have to apply for funding. No, okay. Now Shopify Capital doesn't have any minimum requirements for the following: credit scores, annual revenue, or time in business. They just look at your cash flows. They look at your cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay. Now, most lenders use those three metrics: credit scores, annual revenue, and time in business, as a baseline for minimum qualifications. But Shopify Capital doesn't. Okay. That's actually, when you think about it, it's actually good news, but also bad news, depending on how you look at it. Okay. And in terms of minimum requirements, for you to qualify for a Shopify Capital right now, you got to be in the States or in Canada. Okay. They have not rolled out the program yet to other countries, to Europe or Asia or Africa. No, they want you to really be in the States, or I mean, you got to be in North America, except Mexico. Okay, so the company also offers merchant cash advances in the UK to a specific niche. Okay, they will look at the trends in your niche, but also your revenue for the last 2 years. That's if you are in the UK. They were thinking about rolling out a similar program in Australia, but they haven't really done it yet. Okay, but one thing for sure, when it comes to eligibility, Shopify hasn't really communicated about the whole thing. Okay, so basically they just say that your company, your business, must be low risk. Okay, but they don't know. They haven't said really what low risk means. So chances are they want you to really reach a certain sales volume and a certain financial stability, let's say, criteria for you to really qualify. Okay, so it's one of those things you can't do nothing against anyway. So let me talk to you about the eligible states. If you think about Shopify Capital, I think I've already established the fact that you are looking at United States, but also Canada, right? So, but in the United States, you also have some states. Not all states qualify for the loan yet, because this is a product they are rolling out on a case by case basis, on a state by state basis, and to really see what works or what doesn't work. As of the date of this show, Shopify Capital is actually only available in the following states. I'm going to put this on the screen so you really can have a clear idea what you have to expect. So the funding process is actually available in Arizona, in Idaho, in Illinois, in Indiana, in Iowa, in Kansas, in Louisiana, in Maine, in North Carolina, in South Carolina, in Utah, in Washington State, but also Wisconsin and Wyoming. So you can see that the big states are not there yet. I mean, the Texas of the world, the New York of the world, the California of the world. Those big states are not in there yet. This is because, again, they were just rolling this out on a case by case basis. Okay, so one thing you need to really understand here is that if you want to apply for Shopify Capital, just be patient. They'll reach out to you. Just keep running your business, okay, and keep maintaining a healthy cash flow position. And very soon you will really attract the kind of scrutiny that you want, where they will actually give you an offer. Okay, you can't really rush things. Okay, one thing I want you to really understand here is that Shopify already has your business information. You don't have to really apply and really put your business info. They have everything already. They have your EIN. They have your sales. They have your location. They have everything. Okay. They probably have your let's say your financial statements. Okay, so that's something to really understand, that you just got to be patient. Once you become eligible, once your business becomes eligible for Shopify Capital, they will invite you. They'll send you an invitation, and this is when Shopify Capital's underwriting team will get involved. Okay, they have a team that really scrutinizes a couple of metrics to make sure that you have the right KPIs, the right key performance indicators for them to really propose to you the kind of funding program that they have. So, how do you access loan offers in the Shopify app? Is it a possibility for you to really see what's happening? Well, yes. Once you receive your offers, you actually, if you remember, I told you that you have three offers, right? So, once you receive your offers, you can complete the application process by going to the Shopify dashboard. So, when you go to the Shopify dashboard, you will see an area where it says Settings Capital. So this is where everything happens. Settings Capital, okay? And so you want to click on Capital, and you can select View Funding Offers. You want to see what kind of offers they have, and maybe some will be interesting for your company. So you want to compare the terms of the three lender offers and select Request under the one you want. Remember that Shopify is not a lender itself. Shopify has partnered with other lenders to give you some kind of loan. So just make sure that you review the terms of whatever agreement you want to really sign. Okay, so you could have a merchant loan agreement. So that's actually a merchant cash advance, or a Shopify capital agreement. So you have to, and that's a business loan. Okay, so after reviewing the terms, return the review and accept terms. You want to accept terms dialog box, and just select accept terms. So that's really straightforward. So after submitting accept terms, the platform will perform the underwriting process and lets you know if you are approved. You can then accept the offer. Now, what happens post funding with Shopify Capital? Repayment for both the short-term business loan and merchant cash advances comes from the remittance of your daily sales. So they're taking part of your sales. They're not even allowing you to really make the payments. They're taking the sales right away. Okay, so the payments processes. I mean, those payments will process automatically. There is no deadline to pay off the merchant cash advance, but payments fluctuate with your daily revenue until the total amount is repaid. So this is something to really think about in terms of Shopify. They're just looking at your sales and getting paid before you get paid. I mean, think about it that way. So when you think about Shopify Capital, what are the pros and cons? What are the advantages and disadvantages? Well, when you think about the advantages, first of all, Shopify Capital is actually is a financing platform integrated, which is really integrated with your e-commerce platform, right? Since Shopify Capital is only available to Shopify users, it really creates a seamless experience, right? So you are able to get pre-approved real fast. And so part of that experience includes the ease of the application process once you receive an offer, because remember, the company already has your info. So you don't need to provide much additional info. They've done the analysis for you. They've done the review for you. And if they think you're healthy enough, your business is healthy enough, they will extend you the offer. And so Shopify Capital also offers a fairly high borrowing amounts for, let's say, a short-term small business lender. So while the amount you can borrow depends on your business, loans can go up to $1 million. And the converse of the high borrowing amount is that loans start at $200, meaning that there is financing available for a wide range of sellers, actually. Also, the rates are reasonable compared to a similar lenders, okay? And also, you have customer support, fantastic. Shopify Capital customer support is available 24/7. You can contact them by phone, email, or chat. So you have you have a great company. You have a wonderful customer service experience that can really answer all your questions. So that's really good. So that's actually a part of the pros that you have with Shopify Capital. You also have a few disadvantages. Let's talk about that. So since Shopify Capital is only available to Shopify users, you can't really do anything if you don't have a Shopify account. Even when you have a Shopify account, it's invite only. So, since the company doesn't publish eligibility criteria, knowing if and when you will qualify is even more challenging, right? You can't really reach out to them; they'll reach out to you. So, while the rates are reasonable compared to other lenders, the costs still tend to run high. Small businesses with strong revenue and excellent credit can likely find cheaper financing elsewhere. Really, if you have a good relationship with your bank, let's say, or your credit union, just ditch. You want to ditch Shopify Capital and go to the bank. Another disadvantage is that the frequent repayment requirements. So, since repayment comes from a percentage of your daily sales, your daily profit is limited. In addition, for the Shopify Capital loan, you need to meet the 60-day milestone, whether or not your sales fall short. Okay, so it's one of those things you have to really think about, and this can affect your performance. So, what are the pros and cons here? So, when you think about Shopify Capital, the pros: no credit score requirements, quick turnaround on funding, large borrowing amounts. Remember, up to $2 million. You have easy repayment tools. You have comparatively reasonable rates, and also merchant cash advance repayments adjust to your revenue. So when your revenue goes down, the amount they take out from your account actually goes down too. On the flip side, the service is only available to Shopify users. You have an invite only application process, undisclosed eligibility criteria, and you have a frequent repayments. So the frequent repayments can be a little can really mess you up, especially if you are not really having the right strategy for your funding. So one thing I want to say here is that if you think about safety, Shopify Capital is safe. Okay, you have a legit lender because the main business, Shopify, is actually the most popular e-commerce platform in the world right now. So it's one of those things where you can't really get better. Okay, Shopify Inc. has been accredited by the Better Business Bureau since 2012, and it has an A+ rating. So that's kind of cool. And also, you just have to make sure that you apply. You just wait, keep running your business, and just wait. Okay. And Shopify Capital is not going to impact your credit score. They don't check credit scores at all. Okay. And also, one thing I want to say here is that just make sure you run your business in terms of hiring staff, buying inventory, doing marketing. Okay. And but if for any reason Shopify Capital declines you, you are able to apply elsewhere. You remember, when it comes to merchant cash advance, you can get a lot of cash from a lot of players, regular banks or alternative lenders or credit unions or even online lenders. So that's something to really consider. Okay, Shopify Capital is not the end of the world when it comes to getting a loan, even if you are an online business. Okay, especially if you have good credit, you do not want to go with Shopify Capital because they're charging you like crazy high factor rate. I mean, they say there's no interest, but the factor rate is still interest. This is equivalent to interest anyway when you think about it. So, in conclusion, today's conversation, I spoke to you about Shopify Capital. I explained what Shopify Capital is, the features, how does the whole thing work, okay, what are the qualifications, and how to access loan offers in the Shopify app. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.